Sup? Sup, everybody? Another week has passed. A long ass week. I feel like we getting this one in at the deadline. Today.
Yeah.
Friday. Welcome to 2.5 Heels. I am your host with the most, Uncle Black and all of that. And as always, you see, I'm joined by my co-host extraordinaire, Bri.
Hello.
Where's she at? She's over there. There she go.
Hi.
Hey.
Oh, it has been a week.
How are you?
I'm soaking everything in because it has been a week. Some things have happened. Changes
We'll get into
have
that.
happened, and I'm just here for the ride, like everybody else.
All right, well, let's get into the specifics in the particular. Shout out to the Wrestling Society Network up on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, soon to be on your internets and all up in your houses and whatnot. Shout out to Downtime in the Ring. Much love and prayers to Donovan, Chris, everybody out there in New Mexico holding it down in the midst of the wildfires. Look at the hearts in that motherfucker. We out here.
Okay.
And am I missing anything? Yeah, no. Watch wrestling. Yeah. Boom shakalaka. You want to get the TED Talk out the way before we get into everything else?
Of course. Go. You gonna pick it up?
Oh, I go first? You want me to go first with this one?
Yeah, you got it.
All right, bet. Hold on. I'm gonna go off the earpiece with this one. We want Roman Reigns. We want Roman. Yes, we do. Because Solo's not him. He's not him at all.
No, he is not. And with that being said, fuck Liv Morgan, okay? Because she is not mommy. She will never be mommy. And we want mommy back, okay? We'll get there because
you'll also be proud if you a fan of me. Then you know that last night I was on WSN's podcast up on Facebook, and shout out to the boss man because he held it down because I completely forgot, and he worked in a fudge Liv Morgan on the show. So shout out to Brady on that one, man.
Shout out to Brady because I could not make it. I was performing. I was at work, so
absolutely holding it down.
He held it down. And I appreciate it.
Speaking of the TED Talk, I'm pretty sure Dominic does want to fuck Liv Morgan by this point. At this point, because ain't no way.
Dominic?
Probably. I mean, listen, you see how she making this boy sweat. You know what? Let's go off of what we supposed to go off of, and we'll get to that in due time, man.
So we ain't Uncle Howdy
has arrived, ladies and gentlemen.
We gotta circle back. You said Donovan. You ain't say Dominic. You said Donovan.
Oh no, I meant Dominic. I said. Well, we can run it back and we can check it. I'm sure I said Dominic. I know that is not the case. Thank you for catching that. But no, Donovan does not. I'm sure he's in the great vast majority of us too.
Donovan agrees with me on the TED Talk. Okay, we don't like Liv Morgan right now.
Not on this side.
But yes, Uncle Howdy, the Wyatt Six.
Yes, the Wyatt Six.
They are
here. I
here.
feel like that's the biggest talking point of the week.
Yeah, it's I don't even know what to say. There's no words. Like, that debut was everything I could have asked for, and then some. Like, it started out where it felt like Bri's return at Extreme Rules with the door and the fog and the lights being out, and then it just split. And I don't. Chad gave
it's okay. Day. I can articulate where you can't. It flipped Chad in the best way. So I'll set the scene for you. When I knew that that night was the night, that Howdy was popping out. He had to pop out and show him. Shout out to Kendrick. I made sure that right after Jey Uso won that qualifying match for Money in the Bank, I hit all the lights in the room so that way I can see everything. And what I saw once them lights went out, boy, if you didn't see it, it's
You
plastered
missed
all
out
over the social media of
everywhere.
WWE and everywhere. Anywhere you can look it up, it's there.
Yeah.
You see terror, destruction. For some reason, a light fog on the floor. I don't know where that came from. I'm sure that's a part of
I
the
don't either.
nuance of the group. I saw Gunther beat to a pulp. I saw Chad Gable with a bullet
Dead.
wound in his head. From
He
what the
gone.
from on the visual tip, somebody
He
bust
gone.
his head wide open.
Chad Gable is no more. Perk Gable, it's over.
No, we put them perks down, cuz R.I.P. Perks is gone, dog. And no perk can help him for what he was finna go through. And
Yo.
then as we leave the vision of a murdered Chad Gable, we see Howdy in all his glory. I swear this was the longest 5 minutes I've ever had in my life. Period. And everybody played their role. We got Rowan. We got Dexter Loomis. We got Joe Gacy. We got Nikki Cross. The Wyatt
Now,
Six.
Indy Hartwell basically asked for a divorce.
Indy did what now?
She asked for a divorce from Dexter Loomis. As if that hadn't already happened. Because
Listen,
I feel like I know where this is going. We can already map out who the first victims could possibly be. Like let's just go down the list. So we'll start with Nikki Cross. Immediately, Piper Niven, former tag team partner. From there, you go to Joe Gacy, Ava, Ava and Dijak. That's but more. I feel like not Dijak, more so Ava because Schism. That was his group. Those were his people, and she just forgot all about that. Dexter Loomis has probably the longest list of people that he could go after. Miz, Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano, Candice, Indy, Austin Theory. Like, there's so many. And then, of course, we have Eric Rowan. Braun Strowman is done, y'all. I'm sorry. He done. He turned his back on the family. You don't do that. And
let me chime in
yeah,
here with this one. To say that Braun Strowman turned his back on the family
he
is
did.
a bit much, okay? Nothing happened. They just got on TV. They just came around the doorway and said, "Hey, we're here." That was it. They didn't do nothing else yet. So who's to say that Braun doesn't join the fold? Who's to say that he don't pull up?
You know, I kind of like the idea of the sixth member of the Wyatt Six not being really a member, but more so just carrying the memory and the legacy of Bray Wyatt. I
You
feel
would have
like
had a ball
that.
last night talking with us about this.
Nah, I probably would have cried. I probably would have cried, honestly. But
It was pretty gangster. You wouldn't have cried. I'd have made sure of that. You wouldn't have cried at all.
but I don't know. I don't know. I wanted Alexa, but now I just feel like it works better with this group that we have now. And then we just carry on the legacy of Bray Wyatt. We don't need anyone else. But I do
Yo,
think they're
funny
going to
thing.
come after Jey Uso. I'm just saying.
A lot of people was talking like, "Oh, well, this is Wyndham's dream. This is Wyndham's vision." are they going to do it right? Are they going to execute it properly? And a lot of great points were brought up as if who has been talking to Wyndham more than Triple H, more
Mhm.
than Howdy? You know,
Mhm.
who has been in these circles? So if anybody knows,
So,
it's them. And trust me when I say this, Wyatt Six is finna feed families.
so
We
my
finna eat
take,
good. And I
my
feel like the
take.
best way for us to eat good, keep them off TV. Unless we
Here's
just
my
running
take.
down on everybody. Did you see what they did on the Pat McAfee show today
I
and
did.
yesterday?
I did. I'm the one that sent it to the group chat.
Uh, yeah, I was referring to when you sent it to the group chat. Absolutely. Yeah. So it happened again today,
Yeah,
and the screen flat out said you lied. It was
you
us.
lied.
So damn, Pat
Hmm.
McAfee's going. Nick Aldis is going tonight.
Pierce was just
don't
nowhere to
don't
be.
hurt Nick Aldis. We still need him to wrestle.
No, I don't know. But my take on the people who were like, I don't think, are they really going to be able to pull this off? Y'all, watch
Yes.
the documentary. Not even just, if, yes, of course, but if you watch the documentary, Triple H was the person that Bray was going to during the Fiend era. Like, it was literally Triple H working right alongside him. So if there's no one better to pull this off than his literal brother
Hmm.
and Triple H. Like, and Bruce Pritchard. Shout out to Bruce Pritchard too, because I know
Uncle
he had a
Brucey.
hand in this. Like, and we can't forget about Jason on the gear and the masks. Like,
Respect. Much respect to Jason over there. Putting
oh
in the work. Making everybody look scary.
yes, literally. Speaking of scary, that grudge esque jump scare at the end with Nikki Cross. Oh my gosh! Like,
Makes sense
it
to
was
me.
just so
Why
good.
TF not? Used to be Wyndham, but now it's her. She crazy
Yeah,
enough. That mad listen, that whole ensemble just doesn't sit well with me.
I did see a picture. It's like somebody posted. It's like an evolution of sorts of all of the characters from the Firefly Funhouse. Like, they've gotten creepier and more menacing over the years, and this uh, like
Man, I
I'm
felt
so
like this was in
excited.
the yeah, I feel like this was in the plans.
Hmm.
And regardless of how everything went, I mean it went awry. But I feel like this is gonna be the execution from the jump. And I
Yeah,
just can't wait to see where it goes from there. And shoot, let's keep going. Talking about Monday Night Raw, man. Seth Rollins came back at the beginning of the show. I should have started at the beginning with that one, but Corpus Christi, Texas, this
they got
crowd
a show.
had possibly one of the outside of the build, all of the building to WrestleMania. This is probably one of the hottest Raws I've seen in since WrestleMania.
Since
So I
WrestleMania.
hope that
Yeah,
Corpus Christi, Texas crowd really enjoyed what they
I
got.
hope
We got
so
Seth
too.
Rollins in the beginning with a world title match against Damien. How you feel about that?
Um, I'm 100% okay with that. Uh, I'm not gonna lie. I'm with everybody else. You know what? Damien had his time. Take the belt off him.
Hmm. I feel like you would be in the minority because the general consensus says, hey, Seth doesn't need this belt. He already spent the year making it. He did. Spent the whole year turning this thing into something that everybody wants to hold. So in reality, I kind of normally I like to see the world burn, but I feel like I'm gonna have to agree with the consensus here and say like, hey, listen, this will be a very credible opponent for Damien to beat, and now we can really establish him as like, hey, the man told y'all to stand up, all rise for El Campeon.
We've done
So
it, and he's done nothing. We've done that. and they let him keep the title over somebody who deserved it so much more. I don't care what anybody says. I'm gonna wait until we get to Drew McIntyre. I'm gonna go on a rant for that one.
Well, we
Um,
can finish this up quick and we can get right to the Nissel and Gristle. So, as confirmed earlier, like I said, Seth Rollins has returned and he has a World Heavyweight Championship match at Money in the Bank. Now, it's funny, on last night, just like WWE didn't care about it, we didn't care either. But this is your time. I will give you the floor. On Raw, Drew McIntyre was pissed off, as he rightfully should. And I'm sure Bri will get to it in great detail. So,
mhm.
Bri, I will give you the floor. I'll even mute my microphone for you. I'll give you the floor. Do your thug thizzle.
So Drew McIntyre, he comes to the ring. He is very clearly upset, and he he didn't even say anything. He didn't say anything. There was nothing for him to say. The crowd just kept chanting CM Punk. And he said, you know what? Screw this company. I can't do this. I quit. And walked off. Now, I applauded when he did that. I'm not even going to lie. I applauded because why didn't they put the belt on him? Why? Why? Like, I don't get it. But
Is this
that
still
is
part of the
not.
rant, or you want me to answer
I'm
that? Because
still
I can tell you
no.
why.
I'm still ranting. I'm still ranting. I'm still ranting. Like my issue is not even with Drew. My issue is with CM Punk and Michael Cole and everyone else behind the scenes. I have an issue with Michael Cole because he keeps saying Drew did this to himself. This is on Drew. How? Like WrestleMania? Yes, 100%. Drew's fault. Drew should not have been so focused on CM Punk at WrestleMania, then maybe he wouldn't have had a 5 minute 46-second title reign. I agree. Clash at the Castle, not his fault at all. At all. Nobody knew CM Punk was going to be there except Triple H or whoever else knew behind the scenes. Like, this man literally stole Jessica Carr's referee shirt, walked out to the ring, waited for Eddie Orango to get knocked out the ring, slid in when Drew made the pin, counted to two, and then just stopped and said, hey, and then hit him with a low blow. So tell me, Michael Cole, how is it that his obsession with CM Punk cost him the title at Clash at the Castle? Please explain that to me. Please, because that makes no sense at all. The Drew deserved the belt. They didn't give it to him. So send him to TNA so he can take the belt off of Moose. Now I'm done. I'm done. Go ahead.
Bri's weekly rant was sponsored also by the Wrestling Society Network, available everywhere. I think we should get into that. I feel like any rant you have, just,
Yeah.
just slap the name on it.
Slap him
Damn.
on there.
I mean,
Because
how
if
I
it
feel
was
about it
big.
personally, right? I feel like Triple H is arguably, from when he took over up until now, the king of not yet. And this is a situation where, for some people, the slow burn is starting to burn a little bit too much and be a little bit too
Mhm.
slow. But it took Cody 2 years. It took Cody 2 years to
But the
win the
first year that
championship.
wasn't
I
on
know that
Triple
it's
H.
not going to
The first
be
year that
like
wasn't
that
on
for
Triple H.
Drew. Oh, hold on.
The first year that was not on Triple H. Okay? That was on who shall not be named. Okay?
Cumulatively, it took 2 years, but that's neither here nor there. So with Drew, I'm not against a TNA appearance, but you just can't. Moose cannot be the sacrificial lamb in this, because if Drew just comes over to TNA and beats Moose, right? Now, the system doesn't work. And that's not on the t-shirt. The t-shirt says the system works. Now, I know if it does happen, I'll be excited to see it, because there's like, hey, I couldn't win it here. It over here. And
So
I just want, go ahead.
he doesn't have to go over there and just immediately get the title, because who knows how long this work is for. The man's social media is still deactivated. So we don't know. He can go over there for however long. Shoot, we could be getting Joe Hendry tonight on SmackDown for all we know. We'll get to NXT in a minute. But, like, who knows how deep this WWE TNA deal goes. Like, I truly feel like this could be a whole storyline. And I think that I just feel like what they did at Clash at the Castle really cheapened the CM Punk Drew McIntyre storyline, because now I don't even want the match. Like, I don't even want the match between them at this point. Like, there was a point in time where it felt like the match, it didn't need the belt on the line. Like, they just did good promo work. It was there. They didn't need any more gas put on the fire. Like, we were hyped for it. Punk versus Drew, like, it was working fine. But having Drew lose at Clash at the Castle for the second time in a row for another world title, this time in his actual home country. No.
Well, I'll bring up a very valid point that was made in regards to fantasy booking. Let's say Drew McIntyre does go to TNA, right? Let's say he does go over there, plays his story plays out, he earns a world championship match against Moose, right? And he setting up Moose for the Claymore, and out of nowhere, CM Punk comes over in TNA and costs him over there. Now, I remember vividly, Punk said that you will never become world heavyweight champion anywhere as long as I have breath in my body. That's including TNA, because that's a part of anywhere. So I can imagine. Look at you. You're stressed out already. I know how you feel about it.
Because at that point, I'm with Donovan. Fuck CM Punk. Okay, like, I told y'all in the group chat, I'm already like halfway there. Okay, I'm about to jump on the CM Punk hate train real quick. If he does that, I, like, if that were to happen, I would be so mad. But like, I don't know. I just feel like WWE is not treating him how they should. He should have gotten the title, in my opinion, at Clash at the Castle. Like, we all know that was what everybody thought was going to happen, and it didn't. And it's because of CM Punk. So I don't know. So now it seems like we'll be getting Damian Priest versus Gunther at SummerSlam if they don't put the belt on Seth at Money in the Bank, which half of me wants them to, half of me does not. I'm very 50-50 about that match. Um, but yeah, my Drew rant is over. We'll see who my rant will be about next week.
This is such good shit. I just wanted you to know that. What else happened? Otis put hands on Chad Gable before his unfortunate
Finally,
demise. And
finally. It
I
took
think
long
everybody
enough.
flipped their shit. I flipped my lid when I saw Otis do it. You think Otis is finally done with the Alpha Academy?
For now, yeah. I don't know. I truthfully do not know where it's going. Don't see why it took him this long. I honestly got kind of tired of the bully Gable thing. I'm with the wise man in our group chat. The bully thing, it was fine. You can bully Tozawa all you want. You can bully Otis all you want. It was the stuff with Maxine, like that was what was really just not. I couldn't get behind it. I couldn't. Um, especially like it got so bad after a while, so I didn't even care. Um, seems like they're not gonna put the belts on him. Who knows if they'll put it on Sheamus? I don't even know what they're doing with the IC title, you know. But we'll see.
I mean, is that not what we want from this business, to not be able to predict every single thing? I mean, we're supposed to suspend our disbelief and enjoy the ride. Now, if you don't know where this IC title is going, I can tell you. And it's going around the waist of that man. It's going around
It's
the
got to go
waist
to
of
Braun
Braun
Breaker.
Breaker,
It got to
man.
go to Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker needs that belt before the year's
But
out,
I'm
man.
not going to lie. It's like I wanted the belt to go on Braun Breaker. But I just love Ricochet and Samantha. So I just feel like it's just going to make the heel turn so, like, it's going to solidify it. Because the heat that he's going to catch after what he did to Ricochet, like, that. And if we talk about Braun Breaker, we got to talk about that lethal spear to Ludwig. He broke that man in
They
half.
messing with this camera, and it is cash money. You hear me?
The aerial shot of him running around and meeting Ludwig halfway with a spear. I the moment Ludwig and Braun locked eyes on that other side of the ring, I knew what was coming. I said, Braun gonna run around the other side. Yep, there you go. Yep, 23 miles per hour. Crazy.
That's why I say he's gonna win that goddamn belt. Put the belt on Breaker.
Yeah. Um. So, Money in the Bank. Who do you want to get the briefcase?
Now, see, I may be the only odd man out. Granted that we only have one person that's already qualified for the match, Mr. Yeet Man himself. And I mean, listen, Mr. Money in the Bank, or the Yeet in the Bank. I don't know what he's saying it. The Yeet case,
Yeet,
whatever
the
he's
Yeet
calling
case.
it. I
Yes,
mean,
the
it already
Yeet case.
works. I'm sure that they got the
Mm-hmm.
merchandise.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, we'll see what the rest of the field looks like, and then I can be able to formulate a proper predicciones. But as of now, man, how can you bet against main event?
So I'm not gonna lie. Before Damien interrupted Seth Rollins at the beginning of the show, like the moment he walked out, I said, "Put the briefcase on him. Put the briefcase on him. Put the briefcase on him. We need another heist of the century. Okay, we gotta run that back. Run that back. I like we gotta run that back. But
Again, we just got it
yes,
last year.
so Seth gotta be like, nah, I'm the original. I'm the OG. Okay, you here because of me, literally.
I walked so Damien could run, even though
Yes,
they asses both ran down the ramp to cash in. But that's neither here nor there, y'all.
I'm not gonna lie though. I did kind of want Damien to swing the belt around too, the way Seth did. That would have made it even better. But so I want to stick with Jay because it's Jay. I love Jay. You know, he but I don't know. Now that Ilya's replacing Chad Gable, I don't know. I don't know.
Did you see the video I sent you of that man in the fucking gym?
Yeah.
Hell no. Cause listen, I'm gonna shoot from the hip right here, you guys. I struggle doing 20 push-ups.
I
I
can
struggle
barely.
doing 15 push-ups. Sometimes I struggle after 10. This man
I
was
can't
doing
even do
push-ups
one.
with a fucking 25-pound weight plate on his back, doing one-arm push-ups. And it wasn't like one arm, I'm struggling to do this. It's like, I got this. This is nothing. I do this in my sleep. That's somebody you don't want to bet against. Like, you heard Kendrick's song. Like, he's really like that.
All I'm gonna say is I can barely do one regular push up. So the fact that he was able to do multiple with a 25-pound weight plate on his back is crazy. I do girl push ups, so he already got me beat. But now as far as the women's side, I don't care who wins. I just don't want Lyra Valkyria to qualify. I really need her to not win that qualifying match. Like I just I can't. Like we not just gonna give her everything. Like Queen of the Ring was enough. Okay, that was enough. We don't need to put a one-way ticket to a title. No, no. At this point, just put it back on Io. Like I don't. No, no. I mean, what I really want is for Rhea to just pop up out of nowhere, shock everybody, and she get the briefcase. But from what I'm reading, that ain't really in the cards because they still don't know if she's got to get surgery or not. So, but if there was a way, if there was a way, that is my ideal situation. Um, and I'm not gonna lie, I feel like they're gonna use Money in the Bank to start the rift between Jade and Bianca. I
It's
see it.
funny that you said that. That's what I was definitely going to say as far as the women's. I would put the briefcase on Jade because at this point, Bianca's made. Everybody knows this. Still rooting for everybody black as always.
Mm-hmm.
Whoop 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 whoop.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like you said, Money in the
Bianca,
Bank can start the riff, and Jade can win the briefcase. And at this point, it's whatever.
wait. Yes, I want Jade to get it because I would love to see Jade just beat the living shit out of Liv Morgan. Yes. Yes.
See
Yes.
that you're choosing violence. See me, I'm playing the long game because it's not like Jade Cargill would be, a sniveling, cowardice, if you will, to hold a briefcase. She could just be strong as hell. Briefcase right here, like I'll cash in when I'm ready. But you'll never know when I'm ready. So just know, a storm with the briefcase
Oh my gosh,
is
I forgot about
coming.
my girl, Tiffy. They gotta put it on Tiffy. Tiffy. There's there's a lot of good options on SmackDown, not a lot of options on Raw. I'll say
Feel
that.
like once the field really starts to thin out and we see who's involved because it's six wrestlers this year,
Yeah,
so we won't have that many qualifiers, and hopefully in the next few weeks we'll find out.
yeah. And it's three from each show. So we'll see how it goes. Um, what else? What else? Uh
Anything happen with Truth and Miz of significance outside of them being
no,
their old normal natural self?
no. They weren't on this week's show.
Well, fuck it, let's jump to NXT because at this point we always talk
Yes,
about Chef
I
Sean cooking up,
Chef
cooking crack,
Sean did it
but
this
go.
week, okay? Because the hype that I had for this, first of all, I was the only one in the chat who saw it. Let's start there. Nobody responded after
I
I
was at
sent it.
work.
I know. But I was like, there's no one to revel in this with me. Like, nobody gets it. Like, I turned on the TV. Javon Evans comes out. Cool. All right. Yeah. He also won, by the way. So congratulations to him. Him and Trick Williams is about to be crazy next month. Um, it's gonna be a literal heat wave at heat wave next month. And then literally the next thing we hear, the lights go out. Y'all, we got it. We got it. Say his name, and he appeared. We got Joe Hendry, y'all. The look, oh my gosh, it was
Camera was shaking. It's the room.
shaking. The room was
NXT was
shaking. They were hyped. I was hyped. They talk about singing his song. They were singing his song. Like
how
it was
mad I would be if I worked at NXT. I've been working at NXT for 3 years. I know all these fans on a first name basis. I've been on Level Up for 2.5 months. Y'all don't even clap. Y'all sit on your hands. This man walk in the door and y'all screaming his song word for word, bar
word for
for
word.
bar.
Yup. It was so good. He got in the ring. Frank Kazarian was also there. We can't overlook that. Frank Kazarian was also there. Ethan Page was the last entrant, and then they rang the bell and
Jumped him.
they
Don't
did
hold
my
your breath.
boy.
I'll tell you
They
what it
they
was.
did him
They jumped
dirty.
him and Cash threw him out. They gave him the Santino
Did
treatment.
him dirty. They did him dirty. I'm mad about it. The crowd was mad about it. They chanted bullshit for like a good 3 minutes. Like we were hot. So I need them to run it back.
It's okay.
They
Because
gotta run.
remember,
They gotta run it back. He said he ain't done. So
listen, Triple H knows exactly what he was doing when they struck up this deal. Sean know what he was doing. And
you
don't be
think it was? I
surprised
think they just
if it
wanted to
goes to the main
see.
roster.
I think they just wanted to see by like they just threw him into NXT to see how they would react before bringing him onto the big show. Because can you imagine? Now I really got to watch SmackDown tonight, which in like for me in about an hour. But it, you're muted.
Sorry. It's the same thing over here. Still an hour, just an hour back from where I am. So yeah, in about an hour, we won't be here that much longer. We'll be able to go watch that and
We're gonna move
revel
quick
in it,
because
bask in it, all that
I
good
do
stuff.
just want to throw this out there. So we said that Seth Rollins came back, and he did. And then a few hours later, our tribal chief, who has been radio silent since the day after WrestleMania, he unfollowed Solo Sokoa, y'all. He unfollowed Solo Sokoa. We don't know what this
You
means.
know what? I see you some tribal chief news, and I raise you something that I found out last night. So the fact that Roman Reigns has unfollowed Solo Sokoa has me worried, but not for Solo.
It's got me worried for
Has me
Seth.
worried for Roman. And I'll tell you
Oh,
why. A trademark was
stop.
filed for
Caesar Sokoa.
a Caesar Sokoa.
Oh my God.
That hit my
I
line last
forgot
night
about
as we went
that.
off the line.
I forgot about that.
Caesar Sokoa, the trademark has been filed, and it is rumored that that will be Jacob's name when he arrives. And if that's it, I said it. The T-shirts are already printed. Hail Caesar for two, available on WWEshop.com as soon as he walks out that damn curtain. Like that's gonna be the reason that Solo beats Roman whenever they have a
No,
match.
don't even
And I
say
am
that.
the biggest
Oh,
Roman Reigns fan, but if we
no,
want
he
this
ain't.
story to progress to Roman versus Rock at WrestleMania in Las Vegas, it has to happen.
Well,
I
I
got one
first
more.
want to
I
start
got
with
one
the
more. Hold on, hold up. I got one more. I
positive.
got one more. I got one more.
Go ahead.
Losing has consequences.
Why would you? He knows I hate that line, y'all. Oh my gosh. Yo, first of all, we're gonna talk about the fact that he said that he's the biggest Roman Reigns fan. That's a damn lie. It's me. Um, we gonna have to do like a Roman Reigns trivia one day or something to see who's really the biggest Roman Reigns fan here because I would appreciate that.
I'm going to be as realistic as I possibly can because, again, spoiled 3 years straight of everything that we wanted. And now we just have to do what's best for business. And a very upset, pissed off Roman Reigns at Lil Cuzzo for fucking up the money is best for business. And Little Cuzzo like, hey, listen, I got family too. Hence the last name, Caesar Sokoa.
And
Do it to you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, did she leave? I hope I didn't lose her. I think I might have broke Bri, y'all. I think I might have broke her.